ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः. Prostrations to Gurudev, who is very fluent and master of words of language of English. Om Angla Bhasha Viduttama is one of his name. That time when Gurudev worked, English language was very common, and British people trained us in all English language literature only because they required clerical employees. Therefore, when Gurudev started giving this knowledge of Vedanta to make their lives perfect, he chose that language only because educated people were having a sense of authority in English language only. Along with language comes culture and thinking pattern, but that will change slowly when one person gets acquainted with the eternal scriptures. And Gurudev had terrific mastery over English. A person once hear his talk, and then for rest of life, 40-50 years, he remembers that joy that he received from listening his talks. It may be that he has not understood that time the meaning of the words. Many of Gurudev's quotes are very famous. Here are some. Once he said, "The cultured person gives happiness wherever he goes, the uncultured whenever he goes." So just a little play with words, and the great meaning is communicated. Another is famous quote is, "You may give without loving, but you cannot love without giving." Then one more is it, "When love becomes thick, mistakes become thick, and when love becomes thin, mistakes become thick." Of the same import, a proverb in Marathi is there, "नावडतीचे मीठ अळणी." Means even the salt is tasteless when given by a person whom we do not like. When we like a person, everything connected to that person we praise and admire. Once a person asked Gurudev to give him the gist of Vedanta in just 1 minute, and Gurudev gave it in just 1 second. He only said, "Detach and attach." So detach from your lower urges, beast-like, and attach to the higher and noble one. Detach from the not self and attach to the real self. Detach from all the things that you do that distract your mind, and attach to all the spiritual practices that take you to the goal, which is eternal, objectless, limitless happiness. Another person, when he was asked for the gist of Vedanta in just few words, he said, "Undress and embrace." Sometimes that is the method by which an important point is put in our head. When intellect gets stunned, the next moment it gets ready to receive something important. So, undress and embrace, when Gurudev says, that has the reference with the 5 sheaths of ourselves. As the sheath of a sword indicates that inside sword is there, even though that is not seen at that moment. Same way, when this body moves, the organs of perception takes in the knowledge of sound, touch, form, taste and smell, and also organs of action work in the world. They take the things, put the things, go here and there, speak, etc. Also mind, etc. works. It understands, it feels, it decides. So these all are the signs or indications that tell us that yes, the consciousness, the Chaitanya, the self is there inside. In this way, that is called sheath. So 5 sheaths are told, and their first is food sheath, Annamaya Kosha, and that is our body. Before birth, this body is in subtle form, in the form of the essence of food that father eats. And then when put in the mother's womb, that goes inside by the food that mother consumes. And after birth, that slowly grows with the help of food like milk, etc. And then as it grows, it consumes as if the hillocks of various types of foods. And at the end of 100 years maybe, it gets converted into the food of either worms or animals, or in the form of grass, because the ash etc. becomes one with ground, and then grass comes. So in this way the whole transaction, whole journey is from food to food. Therefore this physical body is called, gross body is called food sheath. Then second is vital air sheath. As this personality is there, in the same way we have got the pranamaya kosha that gives energy to the body also to work, to senses also to function, mind etc. also to do their work. So in this way, food sheath. Then third is manomaya kosha, mind sheath. Mind sheath is feelings and oscillating thoughts, indecisive thoughts. Then intellectual sheath that decides, that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. It remembers, analyzes, classifies, decides. And the second last is Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is our subtle, Anandamaya Kosha is our causal body that we experience in deep sleep. That is where near to our self, which is of the nature of happiness, and therefore in deep sleep we feel that happiness. Therefore it is called Anandamaya Kosh. In this kosh only, all our subtle tendencies, our inclinations, our vasanas or samskaras are stored, and according to that we get birth, according to that we get desires, and according to that we get reactions to different things in a life. So in this way these 5 koshas are there, and Gurudev says undress and embrace. So come out of these 5 sheets decide in your mind, repeat in your mind that I am not this physical body, not this subtle body, not this causal body, which contains these all five sheets. Physical body is Puru sheet, subtle body is Manomaya and Vijnanamaya Kosh, mental sheath and intellectual sheath. And Anandamaya Kosh is this Avyakta or Karan Sharir, which is made up of ignorance only, ignorance about self, and contains our inherited tendencies. And embrace, Gurudev says embrace. On the level of thought, you decide that you are not this and get attached, become one with the real self that is declared by our Shruti, that Nirgun, Nirakar, formless, attributeless, eternal, witness, and infinite, immortal, absolute truth, and the ultimate reality. That I am. So, in this way, undress and embrace. This covers the gist of many volumes of books on Vedanta. And one funny episode that is there on Chinmay channel YouTube also. One arrogant lady came very late for the discourse when it has already started, and without any thinking of the people that if I go ahead then they will be disturbed, their link will be disturbed when they are listening with the rapt attention to the Gurudev. Still she goes front and then sits there. At the end again she comes and arrogantly asks something, and Gurudev says, shut up and get out. So when she is just taken aback, then that time Gurudev says softly, no, not you, I said. Shut up means make your mind quiet and let all the thoughts go out. Shut up and get out. You shut up coming of your thoughts and then get out of your mind. Be a witness to the mind. When this thought parade is going on, you do not get involved in it. You be the only illuminator, only knower of these thoughts, and not one with the thoughts. So in this way, shut up and get out. In these words, Gurudev describes the whole process of meditation. Once Gurudev was there in Delhi, and he had told that I will take a talk in some organization, and they were asking for the topic so that they can publicize that. And the secretary was again and again asking Gurudev, what topic should I tell them? And Gurudev was busy doing something. So at last he said that, oh, they are waiting so long, they insist on giving the topic at least now. They had to publish it, they had to write on the board. So Gurudev just exclaimed, so what? And that person gave same topic there. When Gurudev went there was written, there will be talk by Swami Chinmayanandaji on so what? And Gurudev talked on so what? Like that in Guru Ashtakam, tatakim, 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 tatakim. So what? If you are very famous, very wealthy, very healthy, and having lot of creative power, and you are poet and author and all whatnot, so what? If you don't have devotion to the lotus feet of God and Guru, then all these things, skills and art, etc., that is of less value. So what? So in this way many episodes are there where Gurudev's wit and his command over words, as if we feel that words are there around Gurudev with folded hands and expecting eagerly, looking at him when he will use them and pleading that he should give them a chance to flow through his pen and speech. We also pray to him that we should also become the instrument who use these words, English language, any other languages also, to do his work of giving maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time by the spread of wisdom of Vedanta. Hari Om. ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय